Welcome into this Place Arena at Lehigh High School in Lehigh, Utah for the Holiday Hoop Fest on KSLSports.com. National basketball game in the girls' side as the 15th ranked Lone Peak Knights taking on the 23rd ranked Centennial Bulldogs out of Las Vegas. This is going to be a lot of fun. It'll be Ohiari jumping up against Sarah Bartholomew as we are underway here from Lehigh. As Shani Nordstrom, the junior, sends it back up top to Michaela Ika. Well, Tanuvasa looked inside to Bartholomew. The ball knocked away. And Tanuvasa able to get her hand on that. Sent out. Kaylee Woolston chased off the three. Kaylee inside the key and gets it to roll in. And a nice start here for Lone Peak. Back outside, three on the way from O'Hara. Couldn't get it. And we have a clock stoppage. Oh, buddy lip here. So Price will come on. There's been a player with some blood. He'll come off. First game of the year for Centennial. Lone Peak's been playing since the week of Thanksgiving. As Shani Nordstrom sends out to the corner. Naya Tanuvasa rattles home a three, and it's a 5-0 start for Lone Peak. Lone Peak is the reigning 6A champions in the state of Utah. They won a spectacular, probably the best girls basketball championship game in the history of the state against Fremont. They had Tamia Gardner, a McDonald's All-American, Maggie Mendelson, and others on that team that were absolutely outstanding for Fremont, as who were also the reigning state champions. That shot does not go for Boyd. On the run, Tanuvasa. Shani Nordstrom. Pump the three. Shani down the lane. A little excited. Bartholomew, no. Nordstrom knocks that ball out of bounds. And they go down the floor with Centennial. Is, man, this game's got to start quickly. Timeout on the floor, 6:34 left here in the first quarter. Remind you, we got 8 games tomorrow. We'll be right back here. 10 a.m. local time, Mountain. So for our friends in DeSoto, Texas, it'll be DeSoto. We'll start off with the girls. DeSoto versus Fremont. RSL then versus Vashon, pardon me, at 11:30. Well, by Faith Family and Durango. Then the Centennial Bulldogs will be back on the floor at 2:30 Mountain, so 1:30 for those of you who are watching from Las Vegas. And then Corner Canyon boys versus Beaumont United. Duncanville, Texas versus Notre Dame. That game is going to be absolutely bonkers. You want to make sure you're here for that or on the stream. Then Lehigh versus Pebblebrook. And then closing up the night with Lone Peak versus Sierra Canyon, the number 2 team in the country in girls basketball. So Kania Boyd will bring it into the front court, junior. And O'Hara gets that one, won't go. Rebound to Sarah Bartholomew. Sarah hands off to Michaela Ika. Michaela in the lane. Hands back, Tanuvasa. Naya sends to the corner. It's Woolston off on the three, and the rebound tracked down by Danae Powell. Danae goes coast to coast, but fouled first. The foul will be to Michaela Ika.
Number 4, Michaela Ika, first foul.
And then we're going a little Staples Center Lakers only lighting on this one. As O'Hara could not get that one to go. Ika sends it ahead to Woolston. That's out of bounds off of Centennial. Jada Price thought maybe that went off of Kaylee Woolston. But Mr. Official said no. Quickly into Sarah Bartholomew. Sarah with the bucket. And it's a 7-0 start. Timeout. Centennial. 5:42 left in the first. Hot start for Lone Peak. We'll be right back.
Other universities didn't fit into my life.
They said I'd have to quit my job to go to school.
They said it would take me 4 years to graduate. They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to listen to them.
Because I have a university that listens to me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You.
They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to listen to them.
Because I have a university that listens to me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You.
5:42 left in the first quarter. Dusty Litster with you. Quick start for Lone Peak has been their MO. Danae Powell following the key. Got it. You can see the Bulldogs get on the board. So Ika hands back to Shawnee Nordstrom. Shawnee to Kaylee Woolston. Jackknifes it up and in. The future BYU Cougar. Been a 4-year starter for Coach Nancy Warner. She too played at BYU, was Miss Basketball here in the state of Utah when she was in high school at Bountiful High. On the drive, and Boyd with the bucket. Here comes Shawnee. Nordstrom, along the baseline. Sarah Bartholomew, no. And that ball saved in by Tanu Vasa. Bartholomew kept it alive. Tanu Vasa back to Nordstrom. Shawnee, pull up from the free throw line, no. And a rare cold start for Shawnee Nordstrom. Traveling violation. No, they're going to call the foul on Nordstrom. Number 1 on Nordstrom, number 2 on the Knights.
Number 10, Taylor Perkins.
So checking in now, Taylor Perkins. Perkins trying to get that inside, stolen by Woolston. Kaylee, give it up to Nordstrom. Shawnee to the rim and a layup. One of the most underappreciated players in the state of Utah is Shawnee Nordstrom. She's only a junior. She has one more year. Number of schools have made offers, and she's not her choice. As she continues to get better as Boyd off the mark. Woolston with the board, now on the run. Nayatanu Vasa left that ahead for Nordstrom, but a little too strong. Shawnee couldn't get to it. Katie Lawrence will come on for Michaela Ika. So Centennial wanted to sub, didn't get it. Nordstrom, good defense, and Hiari give that one up to the rim and would not drop for Powell. Or probably for Perkins. Kaylee Woolston for 2. Powell now on the drive. Loses it. Now with a loose ball foul on Boyd. As Kennedy Woolston, Kaylee Rich, and McKaylee Ika come back on for Nancy Warner. We had some substitutions come on for Centennial as well. As Woolston gets inside and scores. Kaylee Woolston, more smooth players than we've seen in the state. We've had a lot of good ones. Ika with the defense, Boyd with the miss. And Ika with the board. Gets it ahead to Kennedy Woolston, cross court, Katie Lawrence. Lawrence sees it for Kaylee Woolston for three. And the start continues as it is an 18-4 start for Lone Peak. Jamali, 3 seconds. There's the call. 3-second violation, and the Bulldogs are kind of stuck in quicksand here. They're not moving. And they're going to have to answer the start from Lone Peak. So our clock is unofficial on the screen. I know it was running. We couldn't get it to stop, so we'll sync it up at 1:59. The clock now at 2:05. Woolston to the corner. Kennedy Woolston, 4-3. The sisters Woolston are on fire. Kennedy, just a freshman. Oh, nice job of splitting the defenders. And to the rim is Danae Powell, and see if that can get a little bit into the veins here for the Centennial Bulldogs, as it has been just an absolute blitz from Lone Peak. On the angle with Woolston. Kaylee comes off the screen of Kennedy. Kaylee down the lane. And the finish. So 23-6 to start. I apologize. Match the scoreboard inside the building. Had a little glitch there as Powell's able to shake Lawrence but misses the three. McKaylee Ika keeping the pressure on. Bartholomew give it up to Woolston. Kaylee, good hands. And then I'll have the foul. And this foul will be charged to, I believe, number 10, Taylor Perkins. 43 seconds left in the opening quarter. Zohiari comes back on along with Isaiah Tatum. So wholesale changes here for Coach Karen Whites. Woolston misses as Tatum comes down with the rebound. As shot clock's turned off. Down to 20. On the drive, Ohiari, and a foul going to be called here. And the first personal foul on Kaylee Woolston. As Ohiari goes to the line. And misses on the first. And goes 1 of 2 from the line to Zohiari with 14 seconds left. Norsham give it up to Wilson. Kaylee Ika will pull for three, and it rolls off. And the rebound pulled down. And that will do it for the first quarter as Lone Peak came out strong. And it's Lone Peak 23, Centennial 7. You are watching the 2022 Holiday Hoop Fest on KSLSports.com.
They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to listen to them.
Because I have a university that listens to me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the University of You.
Welcome back into Lehigh High School, start of the second quarter. And Dusty Lister with you. Lone Peak with a 23-7 first quarter. They absolutely got after it. As that shot won't go for Soria Ajamale, as on the other end it is Kaylee Woolston with another bucket. So 25-7. The start for Lone Peak, the reigning 6A champions in the state of Utah. Only lost once. One starter, really one player, contributor from a year ago, as that was a smart play there by Danae Powell. Nawahine was the only senior that played last year for Coach Nancy Warner. Everybody else was underclassmen. And not only that, a number of the players you see on the floor right now will come back next year. Ika's a senior, and Wolf's number 11's a senior. But the other players will be coming back. As Boyd is fouled on the drive by Sarah Bartholomew. And that will put Kania Boyd, I think it was on the floor.
Sarah Bartholomew, her first personal foul, 14 foul.
So team foul number 4 on the Knights. And that is a foul. 7:13 left as that foul goes on Naya Tanuvasa with the foul.
At the line, shooting 2 for the Bulldogs, 0-0, Naya Boyd.
So both free throws good. 25-9. Tanuvasa give it up to Shawnee Nordstrom. Shawnee in the lane, had that ball poked away from behind. As now we'll have a foul.
Fouls number 21, Naya Tanuvasa, her second personal foul, 16 foul.
So that's 16 foul on Lone Peak. As Naya Tanuvasa will come off the floor. They get that ball in. Ohiari goes at Ika, and a traveling violation on Charlize Ohiari. Woolston on the runner, no. Rebound to Bartholomew. Oh, trying to find Ika. Throws that one away. Nice drive by Boyd. And the bucket there. And now a near steal off the inbound. And yes, it was out of bounds off of Lone Peak, and it'll be Centennial ball. The 6:17 left here on the inside. We'll get that synced up. So 6:17 left in the half. In the corner, was Powell getting inside the Boyd. Go at Bartholomew. You got around Bartholomew. You got the foul on Sarah Bartholomew as well. And that will be Kania Brown going to the line for free throws. And she's 2 free throws. So that will be the 7th team foul on Lone Peak. And Nia Boyd go to the line. And the first is good.
Checking in the ball game for the Knights, number 32, Kylie Rich. Over the Bulldogs, number 15, Jada Price. And also number 10, Taylor Perkins.
So Boyd got the first. And the second. Kaylee Woolston, jump step and hits. So smooth. She plays very controlled, very clean, so fundamental. Love watching Kaylee Woolston play. Is going to have a foul on the screen on Centennial. Foul goes to 15, Jada Price. Number 1 on Jada. That is the 3rd team foul on the Bulldogs.
Taking in for the Knights, 0-0, Katie Lawrence.
Shawnee Nordstrom. Shawnee on the drive, couldn't get it to go. He had a rare off night for Shawnee Nordstrom, shooting-wise. But always plays good defense. Shawnee goes to the floor, and we got a jump ball. Possession arrow belongs to Lone Peak. Our viewers in Vegas, we cover high school sports here in the state of Utah. And we get to see these Lone Peak Knights every game. We stream them here on the Rewind Sports Network, so familiar with them. And you're seeing what they had done all year long, and you see if Centennial can settle into this game defensively. As Wilson, there's the block. There you go. A block there by Ojamale. Come back, send the ball to the corner. 3 on the way, and good. defense leads to offense for Centennial. And a timeout, Nancy Warner. 4:48 left in the half. Bulldogs making a charge.
About lawn, garden, snow removal, and landscaping products. Mountain Land Power Equipment, now with 2 locations to serve you in Salt Lake City and Springville.
It's out of the timeout. It is a 11-point lead for Lone Peak. Full court pressure from Centennial. Got into Katie Lawrence. Lawrence gets it over to Wilson. Kaylee straight away for 3. Got it. Boyd, send to the corner. Jamale drop it inside to Boyd, working on Nordstrom. Shawnee right there, and the bucket to Boyd. And a turnover. Good defensive pressure there from the Bulldogs as Woolston throws that one away. Michaela Ika comes back on as Nordstrom will get a breather. 4 minutes left in the half.
Back into the ballgame for the Bulldogs, number 3, Charlize Ohieri.
Ohieri comes back on as Trista Barrett will come on as well. So Boyd bringing it into the front court. Centennial starting to find their groove a little bit as Boyd going at Ika. Boyd sends out. 3 from the angle off the rim. Rebound to Kaylee Rich. Here comes Michaela Ika. Kaylee. Floater good. She is a pass-first point guard. She had the 2 biggest shots of the year last year as a junior. Had a game winner in the semifinals and then the game winner in the championship game is that part of like the Red Sea for Danae Powell. Oh, an inbound violation against Lone Peak. So put the ball right back in the hands of the Bulldogs. With a 3, they could pull within single digits.
Number 1, Isaiah Tatum.
Isaiah Tatum comes back on for Coach Karen Wheats. They send that one inside. It's out of bounds off of Lone Peak. Oh, it was clearly off Lone Peak from up here. Conference nonetheless. And a foul on the inbound. That is going to put Trista Barrett at the line for 1-on-1 free throws.
Fouls on number 34, Kennedy Wilson, her first personal foul, third team foul. Line shooting 1-on-1 for the Bulldogs, number 5, Trista Barrett.
And the free throw comes off the rim. So 1 of 2 there for Centennial, for Barrett. As they come up to the board, clear it out. Ohiari trying to get away from Ika. Hands off to Powell, gets it back. 3 on the angle, short. And the rebound taken by Wilson. Oh, Kaylee got it back somehow. Looking for Nordstrom. Got it to her, and Nordstrom hits the baseline J. Powell, probably free throw line jumper, no, and the foul on the loose ball, and the rebound, and go against Ika. She and Tatum were tied up. They're going to get Ika with the foul on the rebound.
Checking in the ballgame for the Knights, level 0, Katie Lawrence. Level 0 for the Bulldogs tonight, Boyd. Shooting 1-1 for the Bulldogs, number 1.
Isaiah Tatum at the line. The free throw is good. Hits the front end, earns a second. And goes 1 of 2. The rebound to Kennedy Woolston. Up the floor with Kaylee. Hands off to Rich into the corner. Kennedy. Wilson blocked by Boyd. Rich with the rebound. Gets it back to Nordstrom. Sends out Kaylee Woolston for 3. Play great defense. Get a block. Have opportunities to clear that out. And ends up in the hands of Woolston, who's sitting with set feet for a 3 that barely moves the net, as Nordstrom's going to pick up the foul. That will put Boyd at the line, as that is the 9th team foul. Number 2 on Shawnee. And the first free throw off the mark.
Number 15, Jada Price. Number 20, Nevaeh Campbell. From the Knights,
Nevaeh Campbell and Jada Price come back on for Centennial. In favor of Trista Barrett and Soroya Ohomale. And the second free throw, no good. Now we have a loose ball foul on Centennial. And Woolston gets it into Nordstrom. Double dribble.
Bulldog ball.
Great pressure there from Centennial. And the turnover. So we dip under 1:40 left. Boyd going at Kaylee Rich. Rich was there. Boyd got to the rim, couldn't finish. And the rebound in the hands of Ika. Here comes McKaylee. McKaylee outside, Shawnee Nordstrom. Off onto the 3. Board to Rich, out to Ika. Kaylee Woolston, junction J. No, lips out, gets her own rebound. Fall away, rolls home. Just stayed with it. Kaylee Woolston. Boyd comes off the bump, sends back outside Ohiari. for three. No. Rebound to Woolston. 3-on-1. Kennedy Woolston. Nice ball fake. Sent straight away to Nordstrom. Lipped out the three. Board to Rich, and Kaylee Rich with the board and bucket. And the lead up to 19. It has been an onslaught from the Knights. This is Centennial was climbing back into this game. Drive by Boyd and the bucket. Kanaya Boyd has been so aggressive in the second quarter. 9 seconds. 7. Michaela Ika give it up to Kennedy Rich in the lane, and she got it. And that is how the half will end. A dominant half for Lone Peak. The Knights lead 43-24 as we go to the halftime break. You are watching the 2022 Holiday Hoop Fest on KSLSports.com.
Mountain Land Power Equipment provides exceptional service and high-quality brands you know and trust in lawn, landscaping, and snow removal products. Our experienced staff of technicians repair all types of snow plows, snow blowers, lawn mowers, small engines, and is trained to answer questions about lawn, garden, snow removal, and landscaping products. Mountain Land Power Equipment, now with 2 locations to serve you in Salt Lake City and Springville.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
We're just going to set up and go quick. Powell inside, and it's a steal by Ika. But out of bounds off of Lone Peak. Which Weeks wants a block or something. As he gets that ball into Boyd. Goes right back at Tanuvasa. Tanuvasa with the block. And send that in to Powell. Powell out there with Shawnee Nordstrom. Shawnee got her hands on it. Powell able to come away. And the bucket. Nice take and finish by Danae Powell. Tanuvasa and out to Ika. Ika inside Bartholomew. There was like a 0.3 second situation where you thought that the Lone Peak bench is about to explode, but the foul charge to number 21, Ajamale picks up the foul. And Sarah Bartholomew goes to the line. And Sarah misses the first. And the second lips out as well. Boyd along or on the floor. And the jump ball belongs to Lone Peak. It probably wasn't Boyd. It was Ajamale. I've heard a PA guy say about 3 different ways. I'm going to say Ajamale, and I'm going to apologize if I'm wrong to our friends at Centennial. You can message me at Dusty Lidster on Twitter and or Instagram. I'd be happy to get the correct pronunciation if I'm wrong. Lohiari comes away with a loose ball. And now a foul to Ika. We'll get our clock synced up. The foul to Ika on the floor. Number 3 on McKaylee. So that'll bring Katie Lawrence off the bench.
Katie Lawrence.
And nice job by Bartholomew. Got her hand on that. Wilson on the run. Give it up to Naya Tanuvasa, and she's sent away by Boyd. Nice job of Boyd getting back playing defense and gets a block on Tanuvasa. Shawnee gets it into Lawrence. Katie Lawrence sends back out Shawnee Nordstrom. Cannot find the outside shot tonight. Quickly ahead, Ohiari. Oh, nice extra pass inside, but blocked away by Woolston. Really was a very sharp pass there from Jada Price to Danae Powell. But Woolston with the block goes off of Powell. And it'll be Lone Peak basketball. As Trista Barrett treks back in. And Nordstrom breaks the press. Shawnee inside and traveled. Yeah. As she came to that stop, you saw that back leg slide. And the foul to Nordstrom.
Number 3, Shawnee Nordstrom, third person.
Number 3 on Shawnee Nordstrom. So now the backcourt for Lone Peak picking up fouls. Kendi Woolston will come on. And a nice job off the inbound. It is Ajamale with the bucket. And it's now a 15-point game. Centennial starting to creep into this one. Tanuvasa sent back to Kaylee Woolston. Straight away for three, just short. Rebound to Ajamale. Now on the run with the Bulldogs. Price for three. Back rimmed and the rebound to Woolston. Kennedy Woolston. Send out. Tanuvasa, and they'll give her the travel first. Yeah. Kaylee Rich going to come on. So here's Boyd after the turnover and a chance for the Bulldogs to continue to chip away at this deficit. Jackknife it up, and it just won't crawl home. And the rebound to Kennedy Woolston, and she loses it. And they'll call it out of bounds off of Centennial. As Katie Lawrence got tied up by Boyd. Boyd with the steal. Boyd got around Woolston. Misses the bunny. And now a jump ball. Possession arrow belongs to Centennial. It'll stay here with the Bulldogs. Inbound into Powell, guarded by Lawrence. Danae Powell with the bump and the bucket. No +1, but Danae Powell makes it a 13-point game, and Centennial again creeping back into this one. Lone Peak is yet to be tested this season. Played all local schools. Timpview, Layton, and Harriman. There's a travel to Tanuvasa. All of which they have just absolutely ran away from. But Centennial, they are nationally ranked for a reason. They're hanging around here. 13-point game. Timeout on the floor. We'll be right back. So welcome back in. Dusty Litster. Pick McKay Larson running camera on this one. I was going to go with the tie of BYU coaches, Centennial and all that stuff like that, but Noah Hartsock, a long time, head coach at Centennial for 5 years. Finished last year as Jada Price gets to the rim. And here we go, 11-point game. We saw this in the Lehigh game against Faith Family. As Woolston off on the three, and then Kennedy Rich draws the foul off the rebound. It'll be Kaylee Rich going to the line.
Foul number 15, Jada Price, her third personal foul. Second team foul. The line shooting through for the next number 32, Kaylee Rich.
And the free throw off the mark is Ika and Nordstrom come back on. And Jamale comes back on for Centennial. And Danae Powell going to come in. Made free throw here from Rich. And she does make it. So Powell will come back on as Rich pushes the lead to 12. And Boyd. Tanuvasa cuts off Boyd. Boyd still working off the dribble. Puts off the rim. No. Gets her own rebound. Yes. Back inside. And the bucket for Centennial. And it's a 10-point game. O'Hiari with the bucket. And here comes Shawnee Nordstrom. It's said Centennial's first game of the season. A little out of sorts at the beginning of it, but they've figured it out here. They got back in. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Shawnee comes off the screen from Rich. Nordstrom inside. It was a clean block and then a reverse. And bucket for Shawnee Nordstrom. Just stayed with it. And it's a 12-point game again. Powell on the drive, goes at Ika, draws the foul. And it will be free throws for Danae Powell. A little consternation amongst the maroon and gold faithful in the stands. And the free throw a little strong.
Having the ball game for the Knights, number 45, Sarah Bartholomew.
Powell goes 0 for 2 from the stripe. Rebound, O'Hiari. Goes back up. No. Powell has some contact on that rebound. And now on the run with Lone Peak. Nika with Boyd out there with her. Here's Nordstrom. Now lob inside to Bartholomew. Sarah couldn't get it. Ball still loose. Picked up by Centennial. O'Hiari coming the other way. Tanuvasa gives Jason and the foul on the defense there. And that'll put O'Hiari at the line to make it a 10-point game with 2:44 left in the third quarter. So third personal foul on Naya Tanuvasa. So Tanuvasa, Nordstrom, and Ika all with 3. As Kaylee Rich is set to check back in. And the free throw good. O'Hiari. As Rich comes on for Tanuvasa. And the second good as well. And timeout Centennial. 2:44 left in the third. We'll be right back. 2:44 left in the third quarter. Dusty Lister with you. Lone Peak leads Centennial 46-36, but Centennial haven't climbed back in this game all third quarter. This quarter has belonged to the Bulldogs. Here come the Knights. And Kaylee Wilson. Been a quiet third quarter. That was a tight pass there to Shawnee Nordstrom. Shawnee out to Bartholomew, and back to Ika. 15 on the shot clock. McKaylee with the trap coming. That's a tight pass there to Kaylee Rich, and the jump ball possession arrow belongs to Lone Peak. And a tight pass to get to Kaylee Rich. And a question about the alternate possession, as the officials are going to get together. So the question is whether or not the arrow changed after the half. So the question wasn't about alternate possession. It was about the shot clock that it got reset. So 12 seconds on the shot clock. 2:15 left in the quarter. Nordstrom into Woolston. Kaylee splits the defenders, and they're going to get the foul.
Foul number 11, 9 foul. First personal foul. 13 foul.
But 13 foul on the Bulldogs. There's number 1 on Danae Powell. Here's Nordstrom. Shawnee working off the dribble. In the lane, tough pass again to Bartholomew. Wilson has it, fall away, no, and traveling violation first. And again, it's a tough pass when you're trying to go to post. I don't care, boys or girls. You throw your post, it bounce past that close quarters. It's hard. And now a carrying violation, absolutely. And with clarity under the ball. As I think anyone would say, well, that's almost every dribble. I agree with you. But knew that's what they were calling once he whistled it. 153. And I'm not one of those fuddy-duddy guys either about everybody carries. This is Kaylee Ika. Up top with Rich. The defense from Centennial has been the difference. So often in these games you say it's got to be offense, offense, offense. It's been the defense of Centennial that turned this game around, not the offense. If you don't get stops, it doesn't matter how much you score. And they've picked up the intensity on the defensive end, made it hard on Lone Peak. Lone Peak was out and running in that first half, and this third quarter has been none of that.
Number 5, Tristan Barrett. And for the Knights, number 21, Naya Tanavasa.
Into Wilson, and she's blocked, but we're going to have a foul first. It'll be Wilson going to the free throw line. They're not just one of the state's best free throw shooters, one of the nation's best free throw shooters. She's averaging well over 94% from the line in her high school career. Out the first. And the second. 48-36. There's Tatum up top. Ajamale drops that one inside. And the bucket there for Janae Powell. So Janae Powell at the bucket over top of Nordstrom, who doesn't want to pick up her fourth personal foul. Kaylee Ika now to Woolston. Kaylee now Ika. Kaylee on the runner, and a foul will put McKaylee Ika at the line for 2 free throws. That was one of those wait to see if it was a block or charge.
16 foul. Line shooting 2 for tonight's number 4, McKaylee Ika.
And Ika's first free throw off the mark.
Checking in the ballgame for the Bulldogs, double zero, Kanaya Boyd.
So Boyd comes back on as Danae Powell go to the bench. And Ika hits the second free throw. Bartlett sends back out. Price for 3. No. Rebound Nordstrom. Shawnee give it up to Ika. Ika down the lane, send out to Rich. Kennedy to Bartholomew. Now Ika. Shot clock to 20. Wilson pump the 3. Junction back out to Bartholomew. Now Ika. 8 seconds. Ika step through with 6. No. And a giveaway possession inside of 10 seconds left. 6 seconds. Price with 4. And then the steal, 2 seconds. 1, it'll count if it goes. Too strong. As we go to the fourth quarter, Lone Peak leads Centennial 49-38. A strong third quarter from Centennial. We'll be back with the fourth quarter. You are watching the 2022 Holiday Hoop Fest on KSLSports.com.
It all starts with a smile. To show you care, offer a sign of love, welcome someone home. Even when we don't see each other, or share a room, even without words, smiles bring us together. Let's keep yours healthy. Stonehaven Dental. Schedule online at stonehavendental.com.
For over 25 years, Salt Lake Running Company has helped people of all ages and levels find the gear they need to start their fitness journey. From a free custom shoe fit analysis to a premium assortment of footwear and workout essentials, SLRC is a top 10 run shop in America. Locally owned, locally operated at 5 locations along the Wasatch Front. SLRC is there to help you gear up and get out. Visit a store near you or shop online at slrc.com.
There was one white kid.
Start of the fourth quarter. Dusty Litster with you. It was a very strong third quarter from the Bulldogs of Centennial to climb back into this game. It's an 11-point lead for Lone Peak to start the fourth. This is 2 nationally ranked teams, Lone Peak and Centennial. 15 and 23 according to Max Preps. As Tanu Vasa inbounds that into Kaylee Wilson. She'll stop and miss on the J. Those are the shots that were not being missed in the beginning of this game. Sent back out. Ika for 3. And that clock on your screen is unofficial. Get that reset. Now we are synced up. As Jamale can't get that one to go. And a rebound to Woolston. Here comes Ika on the run. McKaylee, give it up. Tanu Vasa, give the pump. Naya inside out to Shawnee Nordstrom. No. Tanu Vasa saves it back in to Nordstrom. And Nordstrom walks. Traveling violation. So after the turnover, here is Centennial. Looking inside for a moment. Here comes Boyd on the drive to the rim and left it short. Tanu Vasa with the rebound, and then we're going to have a reach-in foul. No, traveling violation on Tanu Vasa. So a minute into the fourth quarter. Game starting to pick up as Powell on the drive gets the bucket. And it is back to a 12-point game. Bartholomew back to Nordstrom. And now an offensive foul as Sarah Bartholomew ran right into Bartlett. And the ball will go back to Centennial. Ball in and out. We'll get our color fixed in just a moment. We had the lights go out, and it kind of knocked some things for a second. I think you just got to get recalibrated. Next dead ball, we'll get that fixed. As Nordstrom get that block, sends back out Tanu Vasa. And the bucket. Tanu Vasa. She's dealt with the foul trouble. She has 3 fouls. And shot clock down to 15. Bartlett. Now inside to Powell. Goes at Nordstrom. That'll be number 4 on Shawnee Nordstrom.
Fouls on number 3, Shawnee Nordstrom, her 4th personal foul. 16 foul.
So as soon as we can, I'll get that the colors fixed here. And the free throw good.
Back in the ballgame for the Bulldogs, number 10, Kayla Perkins.
There's Kaylee Rich. And Rich lifts out the second. Boyd with the rebound. Goes back up. No. Backside board. No. Go back up again. The third time is a charm. And Ajamali makes it an 11-point game once again. Lone Peak got to find their offense. They got knocked out of rhythm. Tanu Vasa will check in at the next dead ball. Up top to Ika. Now Bartholomew. Sarah. Send back out Michaela Ika. Rich. Wide open underneath the hoop was Nordstrom. Sends back out Ika for 3. Got it. Big 3 from Michaela Ika, her second of the quarter. And back to a 14-point advantage for Lone Peak. Inside of 5 minutes left in the ball game. And now a foul to Michaela Ika. And that is her 4th. So Katie Lawrence will come off the bench.
At the line shooting 101 for the Bulldogs, number 15, Jada Price.
So Jada Price at the line for 1-on-1, misses the free throw, and Rich pulls down the rebound. And here's Woolston. Kaylee sent ahead to Lawrence. Good job by Boyd. Get up and block that. Rich, now Tanu Vasa. Naya into the corner to Bartholomew. Back into Naya Tanuvasa, and we'll have a foul on the pass. I believe that's going to go on Kayla Perkins. I believe that was number 10.
Number 20.
Point 20, Nevaeh Campbell. Good to see the number. It is number 10. It is number 10, Taylor Perkins. There's a confusion on who the foul is on.
Personal fouls on 00. Taniya Boyd, her second personal foul.
The foul goes to Boyd. We'll just go round and around and see what that can go to.
Line for the night shooting, 1-1, number 21, Naya Tanuvasa.
So Tanuvasa at the line and lips out the 1-1. 14-point game. And now the timeout taken by Centennial. We'll be right back. 4:33 left in the fourth. Welcome back in to Lehigh High School. Final game of day one of the Holiday Hoop Fest. Dusty Litster with you. So glad you're along with us. We got what looks like to be a fun finish here between Lone Peak and Centennial. Two nationally ranked programs. And two young rosters as well. I mean, only one senior on the roster. Probably two seniors on the roster for the Bulldogs. Powell, and that ball out of bounds. They'll say off at Tanuvasa. Lob that ball in. Oh, Jamali can't get it. The board and one. Oh, Hieri with the bucket. As she will go to the line to try to make it again, an 11-point game. They're apart. Lone Peak's just saddled with foul trouble all over this lineup as well. And Ohiari goes to the line. And lips out the free throw. Rebound taken by Woolston. Here comes Kaylee. Hand off Shawnee Nordstrom. Nordstrom right down the lane. Wraps it around to Kaylee Rich. Traveled down. Only had one thing left to do and just kind of got stuck there by Kaylee Rich and turns it over. As we go under 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Back up top to Bartlett. Send out. Skip pass. And lost the handle on the drive to Powell. Picked up by Rich. Here comes Kaylee Woolston. Kaylee reverses back out to Ika. And Kaylee hands off Tanuvasa. Naya Tanuvasa down the lane and draws the foul. Ajamale picks up the foul, and that's her third. So Tanuvasa to the line for 2 free throws. And knocks down the first. It is interesting. Lone Peak, we talk about how dominant they've been to start the season in their schedule. It makes this game seem closer than it is, but really Centennial's played very strong in the second half after what was a nightmarish first quarter, first half of their first game of the season. And now a timeout on the floor to Centennial. They have none remaining for the last 3:20. We'll be right back. Welcome back in. 3:20 left. In the ball game is Boyd. Sends up top to Powell. And there's a steal by Shawnee Nordstrom. And Nordstrom will go the other end and lay it in. I talk about it, Shawnee Nordstrom does all the little things for Coach Nancy Warner. And Ika got careful there at the 4th personal foul. That ball goes out of bounds. They'll go back to Lone Peak. It looks like the first game for a very good team in Centennial. They're taking on a team in Lone Peak that has been playing. They've been playing games. Remember, Lone Peak will play tomorrow night to close out the Holiday Hoop Fest. They will take on number 2 ranked Sierra Canyon. Wilson, give up to Ika. McKaylee, center of the corner. Shawnee Nordstrom, a 3. Shawnee Nordstrom been struggling from the outside. Knocks down the 3. That's 5 straight points for Shawnee Nordstrom. Powell, inside, goes back out. Ohiari on the drive, send out to the corner. Jamale can't get that one. A rebound in the hands of Nordstrom. Shawnee goes cross court to Woolston. It's Kennedy Woolston up top to Kaylee. And off to Naya Tanuvasa. Little pocket pass there to Woolston. Into Kaylee Woolston. No. Loose ball tracked down by Tanuvasa. And out to Ika. Ika in the lane. Open J, no. And a rebound to Bartlett. Ika nearly with the steal, and Boyd gets that off. And Bartlett sends it ahead to Powell. And now Powell loses that ball out of bounds, and it'll go back to Lone Peak. Lone Peak being able to turn the last couple of minutes into what the beginning of this game looked like. And timeout, Lone Peak, 1:32 left. We'll be right back. So 1:32 left in the ball game. Lone Peak with the basketball. As Nordstrom got through, gives that up to Woolston. Kaylee following the lane, got it. Bit of quiet second half, but Kaylee Woolston with that bucket there. As Shawnee Nordstrom has foul trouble. Hasn't gotten to her normal rhythm, but able to fight through. And Boyd able to draw the foul on the drive. The foul goes to Danu Tanuvasa, and that's number 4 on Tanuvasa. That's the near whole roster here for Lone Peak. He's got 4 personal fouls. As Kanaya Boyd goes to the line. And the first is off the mark. And the second lips out as well, and Tanuvasa comes away with the rebound. Naya on the run, give it up to Nordstrom. Shawnee sends back out to Kennedy Woolston. Now Tanuvasa. Shot clock to 15. Woolston sent back out, Tanuvasa. Travel. Yep. The clock running. Powell sends out to Bartlett. Bartlett gets past Nordstrom. That's number 5 on Shawnee. So Shawnee Nordstrom is fouled out of this ball game, and that'll put Bartlett at the line. Is just a Bartlett. Go to the free throw line. That's a 10th team foul on Lone Peak and Nordstrom. Here's the thing, and I talk about it all the time. She does all the quiet things. She runs, if you go full court press on Lone Peak, you're going to have to deal with Nordstrom because she runs like a slot receiver getting open. Whenever you put pressure on this Lone Peak team on an inbound play, she plays good defense. She makes timely buckets and can shoot well from the outside. And tonight was not her best night offensively, but you saw the spurt they needed when Centennial was making something happen. It was Shawnee Nordstrom that stepped up and made the plays. They need to be done as Woolston goes on the drive, is blocked by Ajamale. Come back down the floor. Oh! Boyd. Boyd sends back up top to Bartlett with 8 seconds. So we'll see both these teams tomorrow as that shot won't go, and that'll do it. The Bulldogs threaten to get back into this one, and Lone Peak push it back up and take a 20-point win, 66-46. Well, that'll wrap up day 1 in the 2022 Holiday Hoop Fest. Our Heidemann Associates players of the game. Let me go with Kaylee Woolston and Shawnee Nordstrom. And from Centennial, you're going to go Kanaya Boyd and Ojamale. I thought Ojamale was great, too. So, big plays. But we'll see both these teams tomorrow as Lone Peak will close out the night to close out the Holiday Hoop Fest at 8:45. And for Centennial, they'll play at 2:30 local, 1:30 in Las Vegas. Again, our final score, Lone Peak 66, Centennial 46. Thanks for watching day 1 of the Holiday Hoop Fest on KSLSports.com.